coming to the point though now where we've been touring for like 6-7 months, so nothing is new anymore, and it's like, and maybe some of the enthusiasm from us is gone because we're all so tired and we're ill and we're flying everywhere. But luckily, we're very lucky in the shows that we do. We have lots of very passionate fans, and I think that energy can be very powerful. I've been touring for almost 10 years now, so I think by now we know how we work as individuals. When is a good time to be around each other, when is a good time not to be around each other. Because that's it. As well as it's fun and games, you have to, as well as being on the road is like fun and games, you have to also understand that sometimes you need space away from each other. So. I know what it means to go on tour. I know that for a year you'll be living in a hotel room or from a suitcase or a tour bus. But that's the life that I chose, and that's the life that I like. So, it's fine. I think touring is. I think that whatever difficulties you face with touring are far outweighed by the positives that you faced with. I think that Japanese audiences are very receptive. I think that maybe I think people, because they don't, because they're very polite, they clap, and then when the song is over, they stop clapping and they listen. That doesn't mean that they're not into it. It just means that they have a different way of expressing. They have a different way of expressing their enjoyment at the show. But you find that wherever you go to play shows, you find that there are different cultural nuances. With whatever audience you play to, it was great. I mean, it was great playing in South Africa. The audiences were very, 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 very excited to see us and were very, very receptive. And it was great again playing in Russia. I didn't know what to expect in either of those two times, but you're playing to people that are excited to see you because they've not had the chance to see you for a very long time, and they haven't had a chance to see you at all. So we felt nothing but love. My family, my friends, with my loved ones. That's, I guess, a more intimate kind of love. But then that said, making music for me is very much an act of love. It's very, the act of writing a song is something that, it's more than just a job. It's a form of expression for me, and it's something I feel very passionately about. And so I guess that's when I feel the most, and then you take these songs that you've written and you play them to people all over the world and you get their responses back. But I guess the most dynamic love feeling I experience when making music is probably when I'm writing the music. It's different every time. It's different every time. With this record, with Four, we wrote most of that just together, the four of us in a room together, just completely jamming and pulling the ideas out of the air. But with previous records, I would write parts and then take them to the others, and then we'd work them up from there. But this time it was completely spontaneous. When you say Mexico to me, I think of being in traffic jams, and I think of tequila, and I think of dancing, and I think of good times. So I don't know. I mean, I'm lucky that I get to do lots of different things with my days, and I think that together, the variety makes for a good experience. I get to play shows, I get to write music, I get to be at home, I get to, I'm lucky that I don't have to do much in my life that I don't like doing. So I'm happy with it being as it is. I like walking when the sun is setting. I like meditating. I like listening to music. I like laughing. I like dancing. That's 5 things.
Yeah.
At the moment, this is a band called Little Dragon, a Swedish band that I like quite a lot. Canadian producer called Jack Green that I really like. There's an American producer called Machine Drum that I like. And I quite like the new Deftones album. Oh, I like The Master. I saw that from The Master, the John Paul Thomas Anderson film. I like Berlin.
Why?
I like the people. I like the fact that everyone you meet there is doing something creative as well as working, as well as doing a job. They all have interests outside of their job. I like that, and I like the fact that you can go out on a Friday and dance all the way to a Monday morning if you want. I like that. Okay, the question would be, will President Obama have any luck? Will President Obama have any luck changing gun laws in America in his presidency? Shake it.
Shake. And then you get your answer. Shake again.
That's not an answer. Outlook not so good. That's probably true, isn't it? I don't know if you're aware of what happened in Connecticut earlier today. It just seems, it seems like a quite depressing reality now that every few months there seems to be something like this happening in the States, and not only in the States, all over the world, and it seems that the only logical course of action would be to try and limit gun control in the States, but the NRA, the lobby, is so powerful that's not going to be. It seems like it's going to be a real fight for President Obama to introduce any legislation, and I think that's quite sad because this is going to keep on happening, and it's not going to get any better unless they start to look at themselves, Don't do unto others what you wouldn't do to yourself. I think I'll ultimately treat people the way that you want to be treated. I think that in itself is a very powerful rule, and it's a rule that we should all have inside of us. Don't put any negativity or any evil or any darkness into the world.
Acapulco we did a while, like 3 or 4 months ago.